Finally feeling free and it feels so right. Oh, time to do the things I like. Gonna see a princess, everything's alright. Oh, no job but I answer to. Ain't a fixture in the palace zoo. No, and since the carbonite's off me, I'm living life now that I'm free, yeah. Told me get myself together, now I got myself together. Now I made it through the weather, better days are gonna get better. I'm so happy, the carbonite is gone. I'm moving on, I'm so happy that it's over now. The pain is gone. Shades of cover up my eyes, I'm jumping in my ride, I'm heading out tonight. I'm solo, I'm hot and solo, I'm hot and solo, I'm hot and solo, solo. Picking up my blaster, putting it on my side, I'm jumping in my Falcon, Wookie at my side. I'm solo, I'm hot and solo, I'm hot and solo, I'm hot and solo, solo. I'm hot and solo, I'm hot and solo, solo. Now I'm feeling how I should join the alliance, it feels so good. Oh, stop feeling misunderstood. Back in the game, who knew I would? Oh, so fly time I spread my wings. Loving myself makes me wanna sing. No, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Told me get my act together, now I got my act together. Yeah, now I made it through the weather, better days are gonna get better. I'm so happy, the carbonite is gone. I'm moving on, I'm so happy that it's over now. The pain is gone. Shades of cover up my eyes, I'm jumping in my ride, I'm heading out tonight. I'm solo, I'm hot and solo, I'm hot and solo, I'm hot and solo, solo. Picking up my blaster, putting it on my side, I'm jumping in my Falcon, Wookie at my side. I'm solo, I'm hot and solo, I'm hot and solo, I'm hot and solo, solo.
There we go.
Another Wednesday off and running.
Yes, and thank you, Kevin, for our intro. So I am Mike from Inflatable Falcon, Star Wars Geek Girl, and hopefully soon CreatorCast will be back alive. And I'm here with Ken
from the Rambling Star Wars Fan for another flight on the Falcon.
Yes, and John is still on secret missions, working hopefully on many things in the Beskar bucket, or just having fun out in the universe. But
I'm starting to wonder if he like changed galaxies and headed out to Cetos.
Maybe he's probably like on a different podcast right now. No, he's John, and I'm sorry for the blinking light. My fluorescent light is blinking again, so hopefully I can only see it in the Sabine helmet, but yes, it is blinking. So but anyhow, so we are here for weekly. We are early because we have tons of stuff. We have I'm going to say, I almost said the wrong con again, but we have Fan Expo, some Fan Expo news. We have 2 panels at Fan Expo. We're not allowed to say when, where, times, days, because they're still working on their schedules.
Well, we can say that it will be in Philadelphia.
Yes, it will be in Philadelphia. You can
during the event.
You can come see me and Ken live on stage with our 2 different times. With hopefully we will figure out 2 different topics, or it won't be a rerun. It'll just be an extension of whatever we've done. But yes, it will. It will be a good time. We'll be at the Droid Builders or the Mando Mercs table, hanging out, helping with the tables. And so if you want to meet us, or even if you don't want to meet us, just pretend you do. It'll make us feel better. So yeah,
it'll be like a real life subscribe, and
share
kind of thing.
Yes. So if I might wear a name tag just so people can pretend they know who I am. But Yeah, so that
Did you
should be a
still have
lot
your
of fun.
Inflatable Falcon T-shirt?
I don't have an Inflatable Falcon t-shirt.
I thought you did.
I don't. I have. No, I only
You just have the Han Solo Chronicles T-shirt.
Han Solo Chronicles, which I'll just wear that because I
Okay.
was thinking. So here, if we have to think out loud, I was thinking we should have probably worked to try to get Matt as a guest on one of our panels. I mean, but well, because
There's
so
still
here,
time.
I know, but here's what people don't understand, like, because we're not big names, so like we're like hoping to get a panel. Well, we're big names in our universe, but when
The
we think we're
universe of
getting a
3.
panel, I can't say to Matt, "Hey, we're 100% sure we're going to have a panel, so you should take the day and come down to Philadelphia." And and then because imagine if we would have got the email, "Sorry, you don't get a panel this year."
Well, in
Um,
truth, I didn't get an email. So
well, I still think it was because maybe I was the last one that sent an email out. Who knows? Who knows? I'm just going to chalk it up to they were super busy and look, we just send it to this guy. He annoyed us because I think I sent more annoying emails than you did.
perhaps.
So she was like, "Look, I'm just going to send it to this guy so he doesn't get back to me."
Well, and I also I made sure in my messages I referenced you, so
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
you're
So there we
definitely
go.
you're the leader of this squad. That's for
Well,
sure.
I don't know about that's a very terrible squad. Then it's like the
Well, maybe
Bad
the
News
odd.
Bears.
Remember, wasn't there a TV show, The Mod Squad?
Yeah, that's before my time. I'm not that old, but yes.
No, there was a movie. There was a movie, The Mod
Oh
Squad.
yeah, yeah. There were
Yeah,
that was kind of new.
yeah. And
So
so what we could do is we could do a take on that. We could be the Odd Squad.
there we go. There we go. We could be the odd squad. All right, I'm gonna get our
Bad and
captions
Bad
out
Batch.
because our captions did us so well today. I mean, last time. Let's see. Let me see. We got Unifying Fandom Network. That's us. Okay, big deal. Okay, troop time. Did you have any troop time?
No, sir.
Now I have a question. When's the Mando Mercs party?
That's this Saturday.
Yeah, I can't go. This Saturday is committed to seeing
Stuff.
my oldest off, and I will be sad. We're happy. We're both. So, yeah, because I said I might mention it to Josh again, if because that would be that would be a good crew for him to meet.
Yeah, let him know if he's interested to reach out to me, and I'll make sure I share the address with him.
Yeah, yeah, because I think that would be fun because he's stoked. He is stoked. Oh, Bad News Bears. There we go. Yeah, I haven't seen the Bad News Bears in a long time. I'm still hoping. So if we're going to talk nostalgic TV, I am still hoping to see some Star Wars that is like Black Sheep Squadron. Are you too young to have watched Black Sheep Squadron?
Yeah,
Probably.
probably.
It was pretty big when I was a kid. Like when we would ride our bikes down the road and stuff, me and my two cousins, we pretended we were in like our bikes were Corsairs, and and it was a typical like 70s show. Like they had about 30 clips of Corsairs flying around, and then they just changed the angle that you saw them on the film, and that was um, but yeah, that was like the Bad News Bears meets like the military.
Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It had the same vibe, like it was mission of the week, and stuff like that. It
So
would,
that would be a great idea for some of our costume skits.
yeah,
We could recreate either scenes from it or scenes that are inspired by it.
yeah, yeah. I got to figure out what I'm gonna wear to Fan Expo because I'm probably not gonna wear my costume. Because at first I was like, oh, maybe I can really get Keeley done, and then with stuff that's happening in my life right now, I can't commit to some big builds at the moment.
Yeah, so
But I was
Saturday
like,
morning I'll be appearing as Kennex, that's for sure.
yeah, so I don't know. I was like, maybe I can just do a pseudo like a Star Wars citizen-ish kind of look.
Actually, I think that takes us from troop time right into costume corner.
Yes, yes. So costume. Oh man, now I'm really bad. And you know what? Now we can bug Zoe about Magic Jump.
Oh, yes, we can.
Yes,
We can. And yes, we will.
and we have a contact there
Yes.
compared to last time. So, costume corner. What do you got? What have you been working on, Ken?
So this weekend it was nice down here in New Jersey. When I say nice, it was above 60, slightly breezy. However, I was able to get primer coats on the vast majority of my pit droid.
Nice.
And I talked with Dave, and I even have an idea for a little sign to put by him. And Dave says it's fine if my pit droid's a work in progress.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm going to be bringing in, and I think I mentioned it on one of our shows at some point. His name is going to be BRZR, so he's going to be Bruiser, the pit droid.
Is he gonna have is he gonna have a tattoo that says "Mom"?
I was thinking about doing it. I was thinking about because he's the
Yeah,
animated one, the one that you
yeah,
got me, and he has the big bulbous arm or the big was it the forearms that I
yeah,
think?
yeah. The forearms. I
Yeah.
wonder, like, what would be the equivalent in Star Wars of an anchor?
Um. Well, they probably have anchors because we have pirate ships and
Yeah, but I mean, like, you need like
stuff like
two
that.
space anchors on his arm. Like a Popeye.
Or what if what about like a computer chip,
Oh, there you go. There you go.
with a heart?
Yeah. Because I was looking at my one pit droid and I was like, what I would my dream, if I actually had time to do it, my dream would just to do a black and grayish pit droid, and I have these real high ceilings in my classroom, and put him up there, and I have open ductwork because it's the tech ed room, and have it just LED flashing like he's up there welding. Like that would be my dream. Just put him up there in the corner, like
Like you don't even
90% of the
notice
kids aren't going to see him, and the kid will be just looking. Hey, there's a that
That'd be
would be
awesome.
my dream. Well, my costume, I finished Wrecker's helmet. I didn't put the padding inside because I was going to, and I was like, I don't know how fat his head is. He can Josh can get some padding, but and then I got my Darth Vader buckle today.
And that was the one from England, right?
Yeah, it's beautiful. I should have brought it down. It's beautiful. It velcros on the belt, which I don't know how excited I am about that part, but that's what he said he does with his, and I looked at his pictures and they look good. So, because it's not really a buckle because the belt velcros in the back. So,
Well, it's still a belt.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
just
So,
not the traditional sense. In fact, with my Mando kit, I still wear a regular belt, and I do
yeah.
exactly what you're talking about. I put it on in reverse, and I buckle it in the back. So if at any point my belt shows, you wouldn't see the earthy buckle
Oh,
because
nice,
it's behind
nice.
it's underneath my cape.
Now, did I send you that 99-cent belt pack thing?
No.
Oh, okay.
What?
I have to. I thought I that.
Oh wait, yes. Oh yes,
Yeah,
you did. You did. Okay. The
okay.
the link. Yes, you did send me that.
Yeah, because I've been working on this custom Mando. Like I've been trying to learn some of the 3D creating software, and I've been working on this pistol. And I'm like, oh yeah, that might look good with some really cool belt packs on it. So,
You did
um,
send that to me. When you
so
first said it, I thought you were asking if you actually sent me, pouches for 99
oh
cents.
yeah, yeah. No,
I didn't get any
I have some
pouches.
I got some pouches floating around here too. So, um, that could be easy. But yeah, that's my costuming corner.
And then this weekend, we kind of mentioned it a little bit. I'll be joining the Mercs, the Pennsylvania Mercs, and at an armor party this weekend. Heather's going to go up with me, and
How about you should get a couple clips that we could play next week. Just
yeah.
because then I would feel like we're like a really cool show if we're like, hey, let's see a clip and
What goes on behind the scenes at an
yeah,
armor
like
party?
some 15-minute. Well, because like we throw the
Well,
word
15
armor
minutes
party.
might be a lot.
No, I mean 15 seconds. Some 15
Okay.
second clips. Like, hey, what are you doing? Stuff like that. But like we know what an armor party is and stuff. But there's a lot of people when you say that word, it's like they're like, wow, what are you talking about? Am I going to? Because when I sometimes think when we say armor party, people get in their mind like they're going to come in and we're going to say, look, if you buy 6 helmets and sell them to your friends. And then you'll get it sounds like we're asking them to like an Amway or you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, no, we're not trying to sell you anything. So now Zoe said the Mando armor parties in California are hardcore.
Oh,
Like
I'm
she's
sure.
like they show up and they just like work. So because I
Well,
said to her,
with
I said, I can
the
send you
crew
some
that they
armor.
have out there,
Huh?
with the crew that they have out there. Geez, Louise.
Oh yeah, yeah. So yeah, well, she's going to be not far from a couple guys that we know, like John from the Dad Batch. She's going to be like 20 minutes away from him, and she's trooped with him a couple times, and so she's got a good spot. So anyone just joining, my oldest is moving to California on Wednesday morning, a week from today.
That's pretty exciting stuff.
It is exciting. It's I had just had to wrap a stuff around my brain, because if you look at things, if you're not careful when you look at things and through the wrong lens, then you're just like, you just get sad, and then you're, wait a minute, she's been talking about this since she was like 9, like there's very few people I've ever met in my life that have known what they wanted to do their entire life. And Zoe and my wife are two of the people that I've known that have just known from a young age what they want to do, and they chase that dream. So
That's awesome.
So I'm very proud and very happy. Because I woke up the one night at 3 a.m. thinking of all the terrible things how bad of a parent I was. And I think my wife was going to punch me in the head, because I was like, I remember back when she was like 10, and I just graded papers instead of, she's like, shh, so, but yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited about that. Now, did you watch Bad Batch how many times? At least twice, right?
Twice so far.
What? So anyone that hasn't watched Bad Batch, you should really not be watching us. I'm sorry, right? If you haven't seen
Yeah, I think that's fair to say. And I know it just came out this morning, and so there's a chance that people are just coming home from work and everything. That's fine. You can always watch this later. That's okay.
Yeah. I would not put. I mean, I love our show and we're the greatest show ever, but don't put the Inflatable Falcon in front of watching the Bad Batch.
Yeah.
So, what did you think?
So I've been saying this to Heather probably for the last 6 episodes, and it's gonna sound like a dig, but it's
Yeah.
absolutely positively a compliment. And I hate how every episode ends, because I'm like, dude, you can sense it come, like, okay, episode's almost over. It's like, because it's at the point where you want more. It's really juicy. It's really interesting. It's really exciting. And boop, we're gonna wait till the next episode.
I also think this episode, maybe I noticed it more. I felt the transitions between the two different things happening were just almost long enough that you thought it was going to be the end.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I was like, is it going to end now? You know what I mean?
Yes, 1,000,000%. And like I said, it sounds like me complaining, but I'm really not complaining.
Yeah, it was
me saying I want more of it.
The only thing I thought of today, the one thing I thought of today was, remember when Obi-Wan in the Falcon, he like gets weak and he says, "I felt a million voices crying out."
Yeah.
When they scrubbed those helmets, I thought of all the Dad Batch cosplayers that are like, they're mid painting their helmet. Why? Like, what?
So now you can have, you can have 2 costumes for well, probably more if you think about it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
For season 3 of the Bad Batch.
Yeah. 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 They're almost going to just have to make a CRL and just say, look, just do anything that even remote, because there's so many subtle differences in all those costumes.
Have you ever seen,
when they were scrubbing those helmets, I was like, oh my goodness.
Have you ever seen the files for that AZ droid, that medic droid?
Which the one that was there?
The one that did the scrubbing of all the paint. Have you ever seen files for that guy?
What, with the guy with the eyes? No, wait. Yeah. I think I have those files.
Really?
Is that the one that has been with them since season 1?
Yes.
Yeah, I have those. I have those files.
Okay.
Because I bought them, because I'm a hoarder in the sense of I have a whole external.
You're a digital hoarder, electronic.
Yeah, digital
hoarder.
If I see a file, I'm like, oh, I really like that, and I just buy it. It's just because I know how I am. One of these days, I'm just going to go print crazy, and
Well, once you get your farm up and running, and I'm glad to see that we're not the only ones that are thinking this way. Kevin said that he agrees with me about how the episode ends.
But it's kind of nice in the sense that I haven't felt at all with the Bad Batch, but especially this season, where it's like, oh, shouldn't it be over now? Like, you know what I mean? Like it's over, and I'm like, wait a minute, what time is it? Was it already 20 some minutes? Like it just goes. And
And so one of the things that, once again, this has the potential to sound like a dig, and I don't mean it to. So we've got these characters in this show, Hemlock, Emery, and now this other scientist lady, who, and even Rampart to a certain degree, where we're exposed to them, and they've obviously done things to get to where they are. And I'm the kind of Star Wars fan, like, how did they get there? Like, how did
yeah,
they,
yeah.
like, where did they come from? What got them to this place to do these things? So I know that the season's going to wrap up, the show is going to wrap up, and I'm still going to be wondering about all of this stuff that we probably won't get answers to, for many years.
Well, and I think what's nice with how Star Wars is being run now, I mean, not knocking how it was before, but with the way it's being run, say you're Ken the author that all of a sudden gets a writing job and they're like, hey, what would you like to like write this book? But then is there something else? Oh, I'd like to do a short story on Rampart, or I'd like to
Yes.
do a short story on X, Y, and Z. And I think that's what's making it, because then the people that don't care, there are people like, I don't really care about Rampart. That's not my thing. It doesn't affect anything, and that's what's so cool about the Star Wars we get today. Because if you don't want to read the books, it's fine. If you don't want to, but yeah, I still will stick with. I really don't like that Emery girl, and I know she's going to be a good. I think she's going to convert. I still think the way she is with those kids is almost worse than the really bad people, in my opinion.
Yeah, in some ways, yes, because so for her to be doing what she's doing, either she's lying to herself, thinking that she's doing them a favor, like
Right,
the one child that she gave Omega's toy to,
right,
or she knows and is doing it from a psychological standpoint of manipulating them
right,
to be okay with the damage that she's causing them.
right, right. But it is so set up so well now because they're attached to the bottom of the ship. They're coming in, and Omega is doing a Ray type move in the sense that Omega's already got the way out. You know what I mean? Omega's, so I am so happy with that. I mean, I
And it's
just
what, two more episodes left?
two more
And they're going to both play on the same day, right?
next week.
Yeah, I
I hope
think.
so. I hope so because then I get to watch it with Zoe, because that will be my
Because
last at home one with Zoe.
yeah, because the week after that it's Tales of the Empire on May the 4th.
All right. Yes. Ah, yes.
So so I would love to be the proverbial Minoc on the wall in these story meetings where they're sitting down. It's like, okay, this is going to be our schedule, and we're going to do this, and they'll have this much time, and then we're going to do that, and then we're going to have this much time, because this year just seems like we have this unceasing stream of Star Wars stuff coming our way.
Yeah.
We've
Well,
started
and that's
off.
what
We
that's what
had
we hoped for years ago.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah, and now we're getting it,
Yeah.
and I don't know if I'm doing a better job of avoiding the nonsense, or maybe there's less nonsense with this season of the Bad Batch, but I don't seem to notice as much, um, either pushback or negativity around it, or maybe just I've managed to figure out a way of tuning it out.
Well, I've curated a lot of my social media. Like I know you don't put your head in the sand, but when it comes to what I enjoy, I'll stick my head in the sand. I don't need to hear the opposing view of whatever. And so I've been lately, like if someone posts up a meme or a joke that's just make like if it's an anti Kathleen Kennedy, I just take them off my list. It's nothing against them personally, but just because my social media is supposed to be fun. And if someone dislikes Kathleen Kennedy or whatever, that's fine. But I just and I think it's helped my feed become more positive. Like
Gotcha.
I just like I'll just either unfollow or depending on what it is. But I just knock it right off my feed, and it seems to have made things slightly better for me because sometimes you feel like you have to defend it, but you don't want to defend it, and then
Yes.
I just look for Ken's quotes from the Rambling Star Wars fan.
Deep thoughts in Star Wars. Did you catch the one for today?
Was that the?
Goonies never say die.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. Was that today? I thought that was
Yeah,
yesterday.
that was
Man,
today.
today just felt like a long day. I think.
Yeah, it's the longest Monday we've had so far.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, no, that was I really like that. I really like the thing. I'm just curious to see. I just wonder, what's going to happen with the clones. It should be a lot of fun.
Well,
And I
see,
like the Imperial. I like that Macquarie space station. Like
yep.
no. I try to sound smart in front of Zoe when we were watching it. I was like, that's a Macquarie. And she just looked at me. Yes.
You taught her well. They are what we grow beyond, or they grow beyond what we are, or whatever it was
Yes.
in the Last Jedi.
But yeah, that was good.
No, we are what they grow beyond. That's what it is.
Something like that. I don't know.
And I think, this episode was a fantastic connection back to the conversation that we had last week about this idea of good versus evil and
Yeah.
the degrees of it. I mean, you've got the Bad Batch. So we're definitely jumping in deep with the spoilers this week. But you got the members of the Bad Batch who broke into a prison to rescue a bad
An
guy who
evil
got
person
an evil person who got framed by people who were
who
more evil than
yeah.
him
Yeah.
to go and do more bad stuff in an
Yeah.
effort to rescue people. So it's like where's the line between
And
good
he's
and
not
evil?
doing it for redemption. He's just doing it so he doesn't have to go back to prison.
Yes, he's
Like
doing it for selfish means. Yeah, or
which is
selfish. Yeah.
it's just good writing in the sense that he's not like, oh, I feel so bad. He's just like, look, you know, and the Bad Batch is doing a good job. I think there's one thing the Bad Batch bugs me is I don't know why Hunter doesn't have a long gun. That's one of my gripes with I would picture him as that the a guy with like not necessarily a sniper rifle, but I would picture him like a tracker of old, with some sort of long gun.
Well, I think with that idea of tracker, he's more intimate than a blaster. So that's why the knife is such a thing. And
Yeah. I don't know why that stood out to me today, but I was like, why doesn't he have a long gun?
to get back what you're talking to about Rampart, at any point in time, he could have very easily, alerted the Empire to what they were doing in an effort to get, back on the Empire's good graces. But he knows it seems like he knows that's a fruitless effort.
Well, I
You know,
think because I think he knows who he was framed by. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
he was not like framed by another officer. I think he knows like, well, I'm lucky I'm still breathing. Um, but I do feel like that it's leading to the if not the introduction, but some kind of thing to the path.
Okay.
Like because what are they going to do with those kids? They can't take them home. Like when they rescue the kids, because
Yeah.
that. So
Well,
I
with
and we
that in
had Ventress.
mind, yeah, Ventress, exactly.
That's what I'm saying. So is Ventress going to be the beginning of the path with Quinlan, and like that's I just feel like it's somewhat pointing that way.
well, and you also have the clone kids on Pabu
Yep.
still, the trio,
Yep.
Daniel Logan and the other two.
Yeah.
Um,
They should have just let Daniel do all the voices and just modulated it.
that would have been pretty fun, actually. So you got that, and I can't help but wonder if we're going to see, like, I don't know, Snoke in a tube
Yeah.
You know, are we gonna because we know that this stuff is leading to the was it Project Necromancer,
Right.
which is trying to clone the Emperor.
Or what if their next series is they take the 3 clone young guys and there's all those kids and Omega, and they make like a 90210 high school.
Where
And
where
the
would it be
Ventress is the
located though?
principal, huh?
Where would it be located? Or no, it's probably more like Saved by the Bell.
Yeah, yeah, Saved by the Bell. Yeah, yeah. Or it could be like almost maybe it could be almost like a Saved by the Bell / Scooby Doo
Okay.
episode, and they just but
Well, they got Batcher, so you
yeah,
got
yeah, you
Scooby.
got Scooby.
You know,
Where is Batcher? Oh, I guess he's
Batch,
left back on that
Batcher was
planet.
left on Pabu.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean and then so that's our Bad Batch spoilers kind of. Again, like I said, I just thought of all the costumers that are like, I just finished painting my helmet. Like, can you imagine the person who was like, okay, I'm not going to do the costume until I get the helmet just right, and then they're like, wait a minute, I could have just waited, and
It could just be all shades of black.
all shades of black and gray. So yeah, that's weird, but cool.
Well, I also wonder, and I know I've said something similar to this many times, what else they're going to do in this animation style.
Yeah,
I absolutely positively love where it's come to, and
yeah.
I just hope they keep using it for more stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. Well,
You
and
know,
it's
whether
I like you had that article about the where they just want to do like a random show in was that Marvel? Was that the one?
no, I thought it was maybe it
Or-
was Marvel.
But they want to just do a random show that's not connected to anything like that. I would love to see this style just done all throughout the timeline. You know, so cool.
And there are there are so many characters that they could do, and maybe it's similar to the from a certain point of view books that they've put out.
Oh yeah, yeah,
And maybe they
yeah.
just use those stories. I mean, there were stories about Max Rebo, and there were stories about the Ewoks, and there was story about
Wasn't there one about the creature in the trash compactor?
yeah, the Dianoga. Yeah.
Yeah, Dianoga.
So do more of those kind of things. It doesn't have to be a whole season. It
Yeah,
can be an anthology series where it is all over the timeline. Bring in the characters from Young Jedi Adventures. Bring in characters from the High Republic. Bring in characters um, from Rise of Skywalker. Like I think it'd be great to see John Williams' Maestro character in a cartoon.
oh yeah, yeah.
That bartender that
Or
was on.
yeah, yeah,
Or Zori
yeah,
Bliss and Babu Frick doing some sort of a heist with the rest of the
yeah,
gang.
yeah. Ocean's 11, but it's like Babu's one. It's Ocean's 10 and a half. 10 and a quarter, I guess. But yeah, that's cool.
You didn't call it
So
Babu's 11
Babu's 11. There you go. So yeah,
because I
that's
thought
our
the one
that's
criminal was his last name Ocean or something like that.
yeah, yeah. I watched them like yeah, they're not on my that's not on my frame of movies very much, but I did watch Fallout. Did you watch that?
Not yet. Is it good?
It's very good. I don't even Safi is as much into Fallout as Star Wars. Like that's her sister project, and because right now she's working on a Fallout costume. But very good. All right, what else we got, Ken? It's a short night.
Well, we don't really
What
have
do you
much.
got coming on the Rambling Star Wars fan?
Well, I'm glad you asked because next weekend I'm going to be able to sit down with Christine McPartlin from Mind the Force. We
Oh, okay.
finally we finally picked a date and time, so I'm going to do an episode of the Rambling Star Wars Fan with her. And the theme for it is, I mean, it's going to be part interview because she does that Mind the Force podcast, and I love talking with other podcasters about why they got into it, what gets
Yeah,
them excited about Star Wars, what they're connected to, and everything. And it's going to kind of connect back to one of my Inspired by episodes. So in my first episode of Inspired by, it was Star Wars inspires people to pay attention inspires people to listen and inspires people to learn. So my interview with Christine is going to be inspired by Star Wars, to talk. And so she's invested, just like we do, invested hours
Yeah,
into putting together a podcast for people. And so I want to talk to her about that. What is it about Star Wars that has made her want to record herself so the rest of the world can listen to it? So, and that'll
that's
be
good.
next Saturday. I'll be interviewing her. So the weekend, probably that Monday is when I'll release that episode for everybody. I'm really sad to say it's been almost probably over a month at this point since I put out an episode of the Rambling Star Wars Fan.
Hmm.
How about with
Well,
you? What other stuff you got going on?
well, I have this Saturday is the 4-year anniversary of our Star Wars stories with Zoe premiering
Oh,
on YouTube and
oh, cool.
StarWars.com, which is kind of weird because she talks about going to make movies 4 years ago to the day, and she's pretty close to doing it. So, but yeah, I'm still trying to get CreativeCast back up and running. And doing Zoe's show, helping her with her show, which she assures me it's going to be easier now because they are in the same time zone. Fingers crossed. So, but yeah, no, I mean, I'm trying to figure out once I get all this done what we have to do for Fan Expo.
Okay.
The logistics and guests. If anyone's watching now or watching or listening, and you want us to think of what we could give away as prizes, we gave away a Rawcast clone Phase 1 helmet last year. So I'll probably at least do a somewhat finished helmet this year. And I do want to do at least one Royal Guard helmet for that.
Do you think it would make sense for us to arrange or announce that like a meetup time with folks if they're interested? Let's say
What
Saturday in the
we
afternoon.
might be disappointed if we do that.
Well, that's true, I guess.
I don't.
I feel like I could go in the other direction. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, so
Our
we
tens
might
of listeners. Yeah, that's true.
but no, we'll figure something out. But yeah, I don't have much else. Like I said, Zoe's moving west, so Star Wars Geek Girl will be in California. Hopefully, John will get all his secret missions done and be back. I am sure he is working on possible things for the Beskar bucket in one way, shape, or form. But if you can listen to some of his interviews on the Beskar bucket, they're awesome.
And check out all those pictures of him and his dad and all the troops that they've
Oh
done.
yeah. That's beautiful, and so yeah, check all that out. I am sorry it's a short show tonight, but I have tons and tons of helping my kid move stuff to do, but I appreciate Ken being willing to come on early, and that's all I got, Ken.
I wouldn't miss a chance to hang out and talk with you, especially
All right,
about something that we both love.
And then you and I have a few things to talk about after this. Nice,
so thanks for
beautiful
joining us
exit.
tonight, Kevin.
Yeah, thanks, Kevin. And Kevin, are you going to Fan Expo? Is my next question. I don't know. All right, here it goes, guys. Have a good week.
Starships, but then my Falcon's hyperdrive just slipped. I used to worry about the future, but then I threw my caution to the wind. I had no reason to be carefree, no, until I took a trip to the treetop side of town. Yeah. You know, I heard that wicked rhythm. Hey, I had no choice but to get down, dance. Woo! There's nothing left for me to do but dance. All these bad times I'm going through, just dance.
disrespect to my man here, but you ready for the real deal superstar?